Warning, the following video contains explicit language, which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
For something. I didn't do anything. That's what I've been trying to tell you, dumbass people. You guys are so fucking stupid. Everything right here in your face indicates I'm innocent, and you're still telling me that I need to either clear my name or go to jail. Fuck you, people. Go to hell. Fuck you. I'm innocent.
Yeah, that innocent shit is out the window at this point, because your boy just came online to confess to something fucked up. In this week's episode of Big Mad, episode 18, See Love, The Dark Passenger. Now, I had no idea we'd be back this quick making another video on Uncle Cecil. But right after my last video, your boy went live literally while my video was still going and confessed to some shit that was so fucked up it was insane. But before we get to that, let me catch you up on some fuck shit that I didn't get to show you in the last video.
Work, right? And some fucking idiots drive by they was parked at one of the neighbor's house. I don't know what neighbor it was.
And at this point, your boy's known around town as a neighborhood weirdo.
Just some meth head looking motherfuckers.
More like this pedo caught a glimpse of himself in the rearview mirror.
They drove by saying, look at that weird motherfucker taking his belt off, playing with his pudge whacking right here in public and shit.
That's right, people. Cecil's neighbors caught him whacking off in public.
And then I turned around and said, what you got to say? What the fuck are you talking this shit about? Who are you? And then he seen the gun, and he realized that he was just being fucking nosy, running his mouth, not realizing that the reason why I was adjusting my belt was because I was putting my 9mm back on my fucking belt.
And given his history, it's pretty safe to say that he was outside being a weirdo.
You thought I was sitting there playing with myself when I was putting my gun back on my belt, you dumb fuck.
I'm starting to think he was sitting in his car, watching the cameras he got hitting around his house, being a sick fuck.
And now you ain't really gonna run your mouth because you see that I'm protected. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing.
Who's Billy the Kid touching fooling over here? We all know that guns only there.
They're for looks. Asking you. Until they see that you legally carry, then they're just gonna drive down the street, keep nodding their head and stop running their mouth. Yeah. And
threatening people with your gun that aren't trying to cause you bodily harm is a quick way to get your gun taken away from you. But Billy the Kid Toucher is too stupid to know that. And later on that day, he went live again to sit there and try to play damage control with his subscribers.
What's up, guys?
And if that's not the voice of a chomo, I don't know what is.
Who cares what people think?
I'm pretty sure this chomo that comes online ranting 24/7 cares very much so.
You don't have to prove yourself to anything that people are saying about you. You don't have to prove that what they're saying is false or not.
Because this dumbass would much rather people believe he's a chomo than to just prove his innocence, right?
Yeah, my old videos are being taken and to mislead people today about it. They got you people thinking that I got on YouTube and disgustingly glocked about kids being underage kids being fully developed type shit.
How can we try to make you guys believe that when this is the dumbass that came online and said the shit? Because when we got in the chat and told him he shouldn't be sleeping with 10-year-olds, this was his exact words.
Oh, they were only 10 years old. My daughter is fully developed and having a period at 10 years old. So what does 10 years old have to do with anything? Little girls are fully developed at 10 years old. And their brain is pretty fucking developed too.
And that was how he justified molesting an 8 and a 10-year-old, because he said they were fully developed. What a chomo.
Now, I'm not going to go back into everything that these people are harassing me about or saying about me.
Because he knows he's fucking guilty, and he doesn't want his subscribers to make him have to answer to his crimes. Somebody jumped in your boy's comment and told him that he was full of shit.
Dude, I gotta block you. You come over here acting like you're cool with me, but one of my haters is one of your channels. I'm not stupid, idiot.
No, he's a stupid idiot.
You just said that that confession video has no cuts in it, has no... Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's why I can't stand you people.
He's mad because nobody's falling for that bullshit excuse anymore, now that it's been proven that the tape wasn't edited.
I don't have to clear my name to some fucking dumbass people. I'm sorry, I don't.
More like he can't.
They're brainwashing you people, and I don't care to prove that. I don't have to clear my name. They can't prove what they're saying about me, dude.
We don't have to prove something that he freely admitted to. Again, nobody told this goofy to come online and tell the world that he molested 2 kids. Well, 3, I'm sorry.
You join the devil. Most of you people worship the devil, and you try to put spells on people.
And by that statement, your boy must have been snorting pills again.
Yeah, I know. I know what y'all were doing. I know y'all were trying to do voodoo and all that kind of shit on me. I know you were.
And you know his own subconscious is all like...
Why would anybody take what you say seriously? I felt the sharp pain in my hand that one day randomly.
Oh man, this dude is a goofy. And I'm not gonna lie, guys. I might have paid Candace Star some money to send a spirit to Cecil's house.
And then I'll replay it back to see. Ow!
Something just fucking pinched me, bro.
You're looking at the face of a whole goofy.
I know there's witches. I'm dealing with witches and people who claim to be warlords and shit.
This dumbass just said warlords instead of warlock. What a fucking moron.
Then because me and Logan ain't getting along, they're trying to use him against me. Trying to say he's making a tell-all. I never spent more than a whole half an hour around that kid.
Again, this is when his subconscious should be saying,
why would anybody take what you say seriously?
When he just starts lying for no reason. He known the kid his whole life pretty much.
I basically watched you grow up, dude. You'll always be a little kid to me. I know your mom, bro. I watched you and your brothers grow up. Through elementary, through fucking middle school. Y'all live down the street from me.
But now he wants you to believe he was only around the kid for a half hour. Come on, people.
Him and his brothers asked me to come and cleanse their house because it was spirits throwing shit at them.
Yeah, that excuse is just as believable as Cecil saying that witches were out to get him.
I told him, maybe you should clean up your house while your mom's at work.
What needs to happen is this chomo needs to stop going into underage kids' house when their parents aren't around.
Your mom can't do everything by herself, man. Pick up your room. Evil spirits like a dirty house, dude.
And that statement is just as dumb as this dumbass looks.
And that's the real reason why Logan's mom got mad at me for going in there. Because before that happened, she would have me go pick her kids up from school because she was a single mom who couldn't be there to pick them up all the time. So I would go pick them up from the bus stop. Around the same time, I would pick up my daughter from the bus stop.
No, the real reason Logan's mom got mad is because Hetty told her at the bus stop that Cecil was a pedophile and to keep her kids away from him.
My mom told me that I can't go back over there, and I was like, why? And she was like, Cecil's wife, or apparently his girlfriend now that I'm finding out, apparently she went up to my mom at a bus stop and said, I don't like your son being around my husband because of things he's being accused of. And so, like, I see it as like a get your kid away from my husband. I don't know what he'll do.
Well, I went in there to cleanse their house, risking spiritual attack.
The only time you're ever going to see this dude around a real spirit is if I put it there.
I didn't want no evil spirits attacking them. They're just kids.
The only evil the kids had to deal with was this chomo.
And just because I had no way to get a hold of the mom to ask her if it was okay, but she was never not okay with me going in there.
What is he talking about? Didn't he just tell you?
I never spent more than a whole half an hour around that kid.
But now he wants you to believe he would just go into the kid's house all the time.
What she wasn't okay with was the video going on YouTube. That's what she wasn't okay with because she was embarrassed of what her house looked like. She was afraid that people like y'all were going to judge her for being a single mom with boys at home watching themselves in a dirty ass house.
Or she was just concerned about the safety of her kids since your wife outed you as a pedophile.
The documentary they made. Documentary? Who made a documentary?
Yeah, I wonder who could have done that.
It's titled Uncle Cecil. Shut the fuck up.
And there it is. The sound of a broken fraud. Let's hear it again.
Oh.
Now, if that interview with Logan wasn't damaging enough, our boy Master Stritter came out with a new surprise because somebody else from Cecil's past reached out wanting an interview with him. And this one's going to be great.
Just wanted to let you know I got another interview coming up. This is going to be a little interview series, if you will, but this time we're going to be having John Gideon on the podcast.
John Gideon is the guy that Cecil used to work with, who he claimed he caught sniffing little girls' panties. Yet he didn't snitch on the guy.
And he's going to share his story, and I promise you guys, you're not going to want to miss it. It's shocking. It's very incriminating to Cecil. We've been lied to once again from him. And I really think this one is going to be the one that puts him away. It's going to blow your guys' minds.
Well, if it's anything like that Logan interview, then it should be amazing.
It's going to be the next couple days. I'm still trying to settle a date and time with him, but just be prepared, get ready.
When your boy Cecil heard this, he wasn't happy at all. And to make things worse for your boy Cecil, somebody else from his past reached out to his sister Teresa to try to get her to come forward on him. And your boy would live and would all.
And you're not showing your identity to my sister, because if you was, motherfucker, hold on. Because if you was, you wouldn't be showing up as a kitty cat.
Remember he said that, because that's going to come in handy at the end of the video. By that sound, you can tell your boy's still broken.
You're looking for guilt. That's all you're looking for.
Again, nobody has to look for guilt when he already admitted to doing it.
My sister Rosie lied on multiple men calling them chomos when she was mad at them, dude. What makes me any different? What makes me any different? She lied on me too, bro.
The only person his sister ever came online and outed as being a chomo was Cecil.
And it was a story from when I was an underage boy, an underage kid, you stupid ass people.
You're not underage when you're 17, sleeping with girls 8 and 10 or even younger.
I will not allow other kids to grab on me. For whatever reason that they're doing it, I will not allow it.
So since multiple people already accused him, and he's been outed for messing with 3 different kids, I'll say your boy's a piece of shit.
Look, all little boys have done shit that they shouldn't have done when they were kids.
He wasn't a kid, he was 17. And by that statement alone, you know he did exactly what we said he did.
Doesn't mean I deserve to be called a chomo.
Well, since you were caught messing with your cousin's kid at 23 years old, you're definitely a chomo.
And just because I've made mistakes as a little fucking child.
So now he's calling it a mistake, because before he said he didn't do anything at all.
Doesn't make me a child molester.
This dude's most definitely a child molester.
I didn't do anything. That's what I've been trying to tell you, dumbass people. You guys are so fucking stupid. Everything right here in your face indicates I'm innocent. And you're still telling me that I need to either clear my name or go to jail. Fuck you, people. Go to hell. Fuck you. I'm innocent. You guys want to believe I'm not. You've convinced yourself that I'm not. You won't stop telling yourself that I'm not innocent. I know for a fact I'm fucking innocent. And I don't have to prove it to no goddamn trolls, dude.
This is one mega mad molester.
And another thing, just like my wife said, even if I was guilty of whatever you're all saying that my sister said, I was an underage boy, you dumbass people.
Since his wife was formerly dating a pedophile and currently dating one right now, her opinion doesn't matter whatsoever.
I'm not guilty of that, but if I was, it still doesn't make me a bad person.
Well, he is guilty of that, and he is a bad person.
And it doesn't make me a child molester.
So she went along with my sister. Yeah, that's what he did. He molested me. No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And we're going to believe the victim. So yeah, you're a child molester. And your boy woke up the next morning and got an email. He didn't like what he saw. And as usual, he had to jump right online and get big mad about it again.
Hey guys, I want to show you guys the bull crap that I'm dealing with, bro.
Well, I guess your boy should have thought twice about molesting kids.
Who, after only 5 weeks, was told by his daughter that you would show your penis, play with yourself in front of her, sneak into her room. He wasn't, first of all, that dude wasn't even my relative. He just called me cuz. And she kept trying to grab at me because somebody was messing with her, dude. Somebody already messed with her.
One, he has no proof anybody else messed with her. And two, he's not denying what he did.
But man, oh man, we also got a hold of the cleaner you worked with, who is in fact not dead.
Because you know your boy Cecil likes to change his story up every time he tells it. And this wouldn't be a C Love video without him harassing his family and getting them involved in this bullshit, right?
Come over there. Just go over there and read it.
I don't want to read it.
No, I want you to read it. I
don't care if these...
No, I want you to read how ridiculous it is.
See what I mean? The wife wants no part of this bullshit. Now I'm pretty sure at this point she's ready to leave this dumbass.
Because it's the same ridiculousness on repeat for like 7 years.
You're looking at the face of a whole goofy.
Oh, and by the way, the cleaner guy, I literally caught that cleaner guy who set me up with drugs and ruined my life for 20 years made me a felon with his drugs and his company truck. I literally caught the dude probably about 7 years ago, to answer your question in the chat. But I literally caught the dude going through underage girls' panties drawers and stealing panties and taking them home to his girlfriend.
Now, since Cecil found out Shredder was getting an interview with the carpet cleaner, your boy's been on high alert, and his nerves have been getting to him. And he went live later on that night and completely incriminated himself. Check this shit out.
And oh yeah, this John Gideon guy that y'all keep trying to use against me, you know, the underage girl panty dipper in client's house. Yeah, he did some other shit that I could talk about, but I choose to keep it to myself.
And if you know Cecil, that means he's about to tell us everything we want to know.
I choose to keep it to myself. And it's some damning evidence too, because I was there. Yeah.
And since this goofy just said that he was there when some shady shit was going on, that means that he was
guilty by association. If you're with somebody when they steal a car and you don't report it, you're just as much as a car thief as the other person. But I don't want to say, because even though I wasn't involved with what he did, I don't want nobody trying to say that I was involved with it, because I wasn't. You're guilty by association, dude. You are the people you hang out with.
Meaning your boy's just as guilty as the person he's trying to throw under the bus.
Because I didn't benefit from it at all. Only he was the beneficiary out of that situation. I wasn't trying to benefit off of it either, because I don't roll like that. And you know what you did, Mr. John Gideon. So if y'all want to keep fucking with me, I'm going to tell everybody about...
Now before we get to this lie he's about to tell, let's hear what he originally said this story was.
I got set up in 2001 by some dude from Louisville.
You can't be set up unless you were already looking for it, right?
I got caught sniffing little girls' panties at the client's house where we were cleaning carpet. The little girl panty sniffer who stole medicine from old people who were kind enough to let the company come in and clean their carpet for money. I got set up.
It's not a setup. You just got caught. That's all.
But now that the person that he was lying on this whole time is threatening to come forward with his own story, magically after 7 years, your boy Cecil just happened to come up with a whole nother part of this story. So let's see what lie he's going to tell next.
Somebody he picked up while we were on the job, yes. You know what I'm talking about. Remember when we picked her up? Yeah.
And by that statement alone, you know this pedo is about to put his foot in his mouth.
Remember when people were looking for her?
Looking for her? So you're telling me that this dude was driving around in a white van and they picked up a girl that people were looking for? That sounds like kidnapping to me.
And you had possession of her? Remember that, John? Yeah. Remember you kissing her? Yep. Makes me wonder, if I wasn't there, how far would you have went with her?
It makes me wonder why this dude is telling this shit to YouTube and he never told it to the cops. And it's been about 7 years, which makes him an accessory to a kidnapping, since he's already
guilty by association.
Fucking goofy.
I just thought of that shit after my last video, like, oh yeah, I remember him picking old girl up.
See, whenever somebody knows him personally comes out against him, Cecil conveniently comes up with these stories to try to make him look bad.
But that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm not going to give y'all any more details. Because it seems like nobody wants anything from me but confirmation of guilt of something. So I'm not giving y'all anything anymore. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, he also won't give the information to the police because he would much rather somebody who he claims to kidnap somebody just be out running the streets.
Let me tell you, man. I know some dumb shit some other people have done that they can't fucking take back, bro. They can't take the shit back. Shit that I've witnessed people do that I wish I would have never witnessed, man.
Since he's sitting here basically protecting these people because he won't go to the cops, that definitely makes him
guilty by association. So you can sit there and act like you got John Gideon against me. You don't, bro. Because I got shit on him that is so fucking damaging.
The only thing damaging here is the fact that he just implicated himself into something really serious. And here in the near future, he's definitely going to have to answer to the cops.
Oh yeah, I remember that this one time we were on a mission to do carpet cleaning and stuff, and I just can't tell y'all right now. I just gotta leave it to myself for now. I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna leave it in my arsenal.
What you guys and Cecil's 2 supporters need to be asking is, if this dude is so bad that he's talking about, why is Cecil so quick to keep it secret and protect it, right?
And he knows what I'm talking about. But you know what? I don't even think they got the real John Gideon. And I'm trying to leave the past in the past. So hopefully nobody was ever victimized by this guy. Hopefully he never hurt no underage kid or anything. But the way this guy was, I'm afraid he might probably has.
So if he claims this dude's a chomo, that means Cecil been protecting the chomo this whole time. And since he kept working around the dude the whole time, even went to his house, that means
you're guilty by association, dude. You are the people you hang out with. But I'm not like y'all. I don't make statements that I don't have proof of.
He literally just made a ton of statements about a guy that he's shown no proof that this guy did anything that he's saying.
And I can't prove this. Only thing y'all can do is take me for my word, but you're not going to.
Nor should you, because the only person that's ever came online and admitted to being a pedophile is this chomo right here.
If it doesn't benefit my haters, they're not going to admit that it's true, you know. And the fact that I was with him when he did this, because I had no other choice, I was a passenger in the car.
He had no other choice, because we all know how hard it would have been just to open the door and get the fuck out of the car and call the cops, because he just watched somebody kidnap someone, right?
Even though I didn't commit no crime.
What does he mean they didn't commit any crimes? Not only did he just admit that they both kidnapped somebody, but in the previous video, he admitted to being in on stealing pills.
And the last day that I worked with him, I peeked around the door, because he told me to keep a lookout, so I was looking around. Yeah.
And when you're stealing medication from people's grandparents, that makes you a complete piece of shit.
But it wasn't, I wasn't the mastermind to go into people's medicine cabinets. That was his thing. You see, I was under him. He said, go make sure nobody's watching while I go in the bathroom. Because he's the person that gave me my first pain pill.
Yeah, because this chomo will do anything he can to get high. And you gotta be a real lowlife to support a piece of shit like this. Michael Dunn and Queen Tasty. And those two dumbasses need to ask this dude, why is he looking out for a so-called pedophile?
I don't know why I'm looking out, for the most part. You know, it was all his scheme, not mine.
He just felt like he had to go along with it for some reason, right?
I felt like I had to do everything I had to do to get my paycheck at the end of the week.
So he'll kidnap girls and steal pills for a paycheck. You're looking at the face of a whole goofy.
So there's no reason for me to even mention it. There really isn't. So I just want to let y'all know this guy, John, he was attracted to underage girls. And I know it for a fact. I know it for a fucking fact.
And if anybody's an expert on being attracted to underage girls, it's Cecil. But watch how your boy tries to play victim.
I had no other choice, man. I was stuck in the truck. Had no way to get away.
What, was he glued to a seat? Or was he just too stupid to not know how to open the door?
I couldn't control the fact that he was stealing medication from old people.
He could have called the cops, but instead,
I peeked around the door, because because he told me to keep a lookout, so I was looking around. I couldn't control the fact that he was underage girl panty dipping on the job, and he didn't know I saw his ass.
Well, since he didn't see him, that means Cecil could have called the cops. But instead, he chose to protect the dude that he's alleging is a pedophile.
I was vulnerable. I was a passenger in the truck.
Yeah, a dark passenger. Because the only person in that truck was vulnerable was the young girl that Cecil claims they picked up and kidnapped.
It's not my fault.
Because the chomo never wants to take responsibility.
I was a victim of circumstance.
The only victim was the underage girl that they put in this van. Now, if coming online implicating yourself in a kidnapping of an underage girl wasn't bad enough for you, boy, remember earlier when somebody emailed the sister?
And you're not showing your identity to my sister, because if you was, motherfucker, hold on. Because if you was, you wouldn't be showing up as a kitty cat.
Well, it turns out they used to work with Cecil, and they definitely weren't bluffing. And once they revealed themselves to Cecil, your boy went into panic mode.
The dude that tried to reach out to my sister with a fake kitty cat face account, I just want to let y'all know who he is, because he said, I made this account to show my face to show you who I am. What's up, pussy?
So not only did little Lyco come out on him, but his boss from the carpet cleaning company is about to come out on him. And now this new guy that he used to work with is coming out on him. This is like content heaven.
You didn't give me that energy when we was working together, you fucking weirdo.
The dude that talks to Biggie and Tupac whenever he gets depressed is calling somebody a weirdo.
He worked for the same security company that I worked through. The same security company that I worked through when I worked at Toyota.
And you know, whenever somebody comes out about Cecil, you know full well he gotta make up a story on him to try to save face.
Y'all wanna know why this dude got fired? First of all, he was acting weird and would stare weirdly stare at people, mostly females. Second, the main reason why he got fired is because he got caught trying to poison people's drinks.
And if that was the case, the dude wouldn't have just been fired. He would have been arrested for attempted murder. So the only people that are going to believe that lie is Queen Tasty and Michael Dunn.
So this is obviously a mentally fucking disturbed individual.
More like this is a mentally disturbed individual.
Gordon, I remember you. But don't act like a gangster calling me a pussy and acting like you're hard when you didn't give me that same energy when I met you, bro. I explained everything to you that was going on when I worked with you, and you didn't say nothing.
Because I'm sure the story he told to Gordon was a complete lie. But now that your boy's going viral with his bullshit, everybody's on to him.
And your weak-minded ass did exactly what I asked you not to do. This goes to show your true character, bro.
What he did was ask the guy not to watch the confession video. And once the dude did, you see how his feeling changed about Cecil.
Explained everything to you and how they're lying on me, how they edit videos and shit, how they manipulate people with my videos, and you fucking sit there and fall for it.
More like he woke up to Cecil's bullshit.
But honestly, I don't even believe you're really you.
Your boy's gonna get a rude awakening.
And you wanna keep harassing me? Well, you already told everybody where you stay.
No, the dude hasn't even come online yet, so he hasn't told anybody where he stays.
I'll go to the county in which you live, and I will tell the authorities your name and tell them what you're doing to me.
He could have went to the authorities on any of us years ago. The reason why he won't is because he knows the authorities are going to look at that confession video, and your boy don't want no part of that.
I'll press charges on you, bro.
He ain't going to do shit but sit in his kitchen and bitch all day about how he's not a pedophile. And the only person liable to getting sued right now is this chomo, since he just told you this dude attempted to murder everybody at his job, even though he wasn't arrested for it or anything else like that.
For you idiots who want to call me a chomo based off of my underage childhood from when I was a kid, then fuck you.
Underage shit. He was 17 sleeping with an 8 and a 10-year-old, or even younger.
Fuck off, dude. A lot of us have childhood stories. Some are worse than others. It doesn't make us bad people at 42 years old. It doesn't make us bad people at 15.
When you're 17 molesting kids that you were sent to babysit, it doesn't matter how old you are. You're a fucking chomo.
And it doesn't make us chomos.
This dude is most definitely a chomo.
So it is what it is. But you're local. I'll press charges on your ugly ass.
This dude really just called somebody ugly, and you know damn well he ain't pressing no charges.
Just a fucking weirdo. Little goody good dude that never got in trouble in your whole life.
Yet he's trying to convince you that the dude was on here trying to murder his co-workers.
Never been in trouble in his whole life. Probably been sheltered his whole life. Little nerdy dude.
Now, if this dude didn't already fuck himself over by slandering this dude's name with no proof, he decided to go live later on from the bathtub and doxed him.
Gordon, the guy that got fired from our security company because he was putting sleeping pills in people's drink, which is a fact.
So Cecil should be able to tell you the name of the sleeping pill that dude used, whose drink he put it in, and what day he did it. Because since he said it was a fact, if dude decided to sue him, he would definitely get sued for slander.
But this right here is your town. Erlinger.
You see, Cecil likes to claim people are putting his family in danger, but here he is doxing somebody.
Yes, I found out. I know your number too. I know your phone number too, by the way, buddy.
Yeah, and I'm sure Cecil's gonna call him up like,
if you're a man, put your dick in my hand, motherfucker. But I did want to do this video to show you how many sex offenders are in your city.
Because Cecil always knows where his best friends are.
No, but 5 people who worked there after they fired him told me about it. I have friends. And some of them still work there. And I'm not going to say their names because I'm not going to get them in trouble.
There he goes lying again. We all know Cecil doesn't have any friends.
I would have never brung this up if the dude wouldn't have started trolling me.
That's why he had to come up with this over-exaggerated lie.
I'm not saying that you are a rapist because I don't slander people. But I personally think that you might be one.
Because whenever somebody calls Cecil a chomo, he automatically has to call them one.
If anything happens to me, my wife or my kid, or anyone around me, or my house, or my car, or anything, it was done by...
And right here he doxed dude's real name and address. And I'm not going to put that on my channel.
It was done by Gordon. From Earl. That's who did it.
Now, no matter how much somebody makes you mad, you should really never dox them and tell people where their locations are. And Cecil knows that. So from now on, whenever he comes online crying that somebody's trying to dox him, he shouldn't get mad. He should just shut the fuck up and deal with it. Cecil playing this doxing game will prove to be the nail in his coffin. Because Gordon created a YouTube channel. And if you can't tell, it's a perfect parody of Cecil's channel. And you really need to run over and subscribe. Because he just put the nail in Cecil's coffin. And I'm going to show you some of that today. You see, Gordon made this video debunking everything Cecil said about him. And he also gave us all the evidence we needed. Check this shit out. And if this isn't a perfect C-Love impersonation, I don't know what is.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, B-Love. I hope you're all having a good day. I know I sure am trying. But, you know what? This fuck-ass Cecil, he's real stupid.
He sure is.
You know? You see... Hold on a second. I need to close this door. I don't want to get yelled at. I'm not supposed to be streaming.
Looks like Hetty must be home.
Anyway. So, Cecil, you come on live slandering my name, okay, saying that I was putting roofies or some kind of drug or poison in female co-workers' drinks. Well, if you must know, it wasn't any kind of drugs or anything in females' drinks that I was supposedly doing. What it was the old man, I believe his name is Pat Dunn, something like that, called the hotline on me, saying that he feels like he's been poisoned with eye drops, and he accused me, and I was at least the third person he had accused.
Sound completely different than the story Cecil was putting out there, right?
There was also some Puerto Rican or like mixed dude. And there was Audrey. You remember Audrey? He snitched on both of them about being lazy and started accusing both of them of poisoning them first.
Sounds like this dude likes to accuse anybody that pisses him off.
Too stupid though. You wouldn't come to me first, would you? You're gonna listen to a bunch of rumors, come online and slander me? You know that's a federal crime, right? I might have to go to the police station and submit this.
I pray to God that he does, and while he's at it, he can take Cecil's confession video with him.
I'm not a rapist. You know who is a rapist, who has said multiple times that they're a rapist, and has even told me in person, in the office at work, that they're a rapist. It was you, okay?
He also told everybody online that he's a rapist also.
But, on the other hand, how many years of footage do we have of you just willingly giving up information about all these crimes you've committed? Doing sexual things with an 8 and 10-year-old for years? Having your so-called cousin's child come up and try and touch your dick? Those are all things that came out of your mouth.
And that's why he's big mad, because he knows he completely incriminated himself.
If you must know, not only am I only a victim of slander, I am also a victim of sexual assault, okay? And I was going through some things at the time when I got fired from that job. I was going through some emotional things because it was fresh.
And he revealed what happened to him, and it was extremely fucked up. Now, I'm not going to play it on my channel, so you can go watch it on his channel.
I went through some serious emotional things for a long time. It took me like a year to get over it, okay? So when I got fired, it was because I was in an emotional, like, just a mental episode as a result from that.
And the fact that dude had to relive that shit because Cecil wanted to lie on him is pretty fucked up.
What I got fired from Securitas from was that Mick, or Pat Dunn, or whatever his name is, okay, Cecil, called the hotline after accusing 2 other people of poisoning him and said that I tried to poison him and that I came in saying I was going to kill people, which just isn't true.
Which goes to show Cecil really should have evidence before he starts lying on people.
What actually happened was I came in and I told him I felt like I shouldn't be in public because they're sending me down to the guard shack where the truckers can be assholes and start going off because they're impatient and shit. I didn't think that would be a good idea. I didn't want to get in any kind of verbal altercations with people because I was already to the breaking point.
Which, after what he went through, is completely understandable.
The funny thing is, though, Cecil, I have evidence against you. I have evidence against you of multiple crimes, Cecil. So, why don't we look at what this evidence is?
And you guys better spark up now, because this shit's about to be good.
Looky who we got here. Does that say Rosie Lopez? Is this your sister?
And you know that Chomo gonna be big mad when he sees this.
Well, would you looky here? This seems to be your sister's actual Facebook page. Isn't that strange? And now look at this chat log here.
And you guys are gonna love what his sister had to say.
When I worked with him, he told me the story about how he rebelled against his parents. And I know, your dad didn't raise you. You told me he was in a motorcycle gang, and he would ride up to couples walking down the sidewalk, and he'd point a gun at the man and say, "This is my bitch now," and make her hop on the back of his bike. That's kind of strange. You came from that guy's ball sack.
Cecil sure knows how to tell those stories, doesn't he?
I'll just read verbatim from here. He says that you don't want to come on video to clear his name because you don't want to be a part of it.
And why would anybody want to be a part of this bullshit?
P.S. I'll literally verify my identity to prove I am who I say I am. I'll even give my address if I have to. Just please put a stop to this already. And here's your sister, rebelled Hal. He told me that he fingered the girls and they would touch him over his pants. I can't believe I didn't beat his ass when he told me that story. You know why I didn't? It's because of the way you told it to me.
Because I'm sure Cecil lied to him like he lies to everybody else.
I thought about it for weeks until I formed the right opinion about you, that you're a remorseless fucking child molester, Cecil.
Well, that's a perfect way to describe him.
You do deserve to get your ass beat. If I went back and knew that I was gonna lose my job in a couple weeks, I would have beat your ass right then.
And I'm sure we would all love to see that.
I told her, I feel regret for not hurting you that day. That's the feelings I have about you. I feel regret for not bringing some kind of justice to you at the very moment you confessed to me that you touched those girls.
Which is the feeling most people have about Cecil.
Oh, looky here. Here's your sister's response. This is the real Rosie. Wow. They were 8 and 10. He was 17. That's not fingerings. They wasn't old enough to consent.
And there's a sister confirming that your boy was 17. So every time we try to say he was any other age, tell him he's full of shit.
Uh-oh. Looky here. Your sister said they were 8 and 10. And you were 17. And that was the time that she walked in on you. You said you were doing it for years. So what does that say? You were fingering these girls when they were like 6 and 8?
Yeah, that's exactly what that shit means.
I just want this to end. I can't give up until I know your side of the story. And then here's her response. Why? It was 25 years ago. What does Cecil tell you my role was? And I said, he said that you walked in on him in the act. And she said, yes.
Because the story never changed from the start, and it looks like it hasn't changed now.
Looky here, she said yes. And then I said, his story's always changing though. He seems to lie a lot. I had to correct that. And regardless of how long ago it was, I'm sure those girls still remember it like it was yesterday. Your sister replies, yeah, he lies. Oh, I'm sure they do. As in, I'm sure they do remember what you did to them like it was yesterday.
This dude really needs to be thrown behind bars.
Oh, and here's her side of the story, Cecil. So, he was babysitting that night. My daughter, who was that night, my daughter, who was a year, and them 2 girls.
So not only was he messing with the 2 girls, but he was messing with a 1-year-old. Somebody needs to hit this dude.
Cross-faced with a damn brick.
Looky here, there's no justifying it. And that's pretty much the end of the conversation. Looky here. Your own sister came, talked to one of your trolls, and told her side of the story, Cecil.
And there you have it, people. 100% proof that Cecil's guilty of everything we said. And let's hope in the near future, we can get your boy locked up. But for now, that's where I want to end this episode. Hope you had a good time. Hope you like, share, and subscribe. And if you like the content, hit the Cash App for your boy. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
They drove by saying, look at that weird motherfucker taking his belt off, playing with his pudge whacking right here in public and shit.
Hetty's gonna leave you. Hetty's gonna leave you. I bet you Hetty is gonna leave you if she watches that video.
Let her watch it. Don't be a bitch. Let her watch it. Don't be a bitch.